I'd be like, hello, I'm here to eat myself into the pool. I'm done.
The end.
Just floats on top of the water. Fuck!
I mean, there have been screaming children in that pool pretty much from dawn until dusk every single day.
Look, if someone summons Gatsby as a servant, you know how to kill him.
God.
Oh no! I say, old sport, what are you doing with that swimming pool there?
What, if you throw a swimming pool, you'll kill a lot of things.
I mean, that's true.
I say, old sport, I happen to notice that billboard up there is staring down at all of us all the time, and I think there's a blinking light across the water, and oh, look, a pool. Let's just hop in, and done. Out of the Grail War at the end.
It's like, welcome. That's one way to end a Grail War, I guess.
I mean, there was a Grail War in the 30s. It'd be recent enough. Very questionable. But all right, we back. We got some maps up. I guess we're due for a recap, so get on that.
All right, so you see.
See what you remember.
So you see everything but the shit I wanted to say at the end. So, what happened was we got this fancy mountain, you know, big mountain, and the group leaders were more stuck with us than we were stuck with them, and Lucretia was just like, "We talking now, bitches." We were like, "Yeah." And she went forward to Scribe and took a deep, long look in his eye and was like, my brand, JK, I actually see what's wrong with you. And Aiden, for some ungodly reason from one class, was like, oh shit, I know what you're talking about. And what she's talking about was origins. And Scribes was awakened. Thus, he went from competent to incompetent. And, everyone took a back up because I guess they think it's contagious. And we were like, we gotta hop in on that and we can find some answers in there. And Scribe reluctantly was like, yeah, okay, I'll let you hop in my mind. So we're gonna go invade his dreams. And so we did that. And inside we found a wonderful world full of magic, where everybody could walk across water. And we were exploring and we saw what looked like would be the tree of life. I remembered everything I needed to say at the end. Oh my god, thank you. I needed to do this recap. Okay. So we saw it was the equivalent of the tree of life, and then we saw well, when I say we saw, Penelope decided she was going to try and summon her goddess, and well, not really her goddess. She's gonna summon her lady, and her lady turned into a different lady, a lady named Morgan Le Fay. And she was just like, "Ha, Scribe being useless. I want to see this." And so she just kind of watched. She was there pretty much in real time, like, "Oh man, you guys mastered the fifth magic," but we're like, "Nah, homie, we're just dream hopping." So Scribe shows up. He was a chipper young fellow, and he sat in that nice fancy tree. And then the crow went, "Nah, fam, I sensed some ominous shit," and it said peace. And I was like, "Oh no!" And the tree fell inward on itself, and below was a hole into it was like one of those like holes that the creatures come out of, like, except it doesn't lead to the other side. It leads to like all this mystery and places that have disappeared. Except there's a fucking shadow inside of it, and it touched his face a little too tightly, maybe his whole body, and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna suck the soul right out of you, and you're gonna do nothing now. And so Scribe is who he is from that shadowy thing. And then we asked Morgan Le Fay some questions, And then Penelope got through to Scribe and asked him some stuff. And his whole purpose was to just wait and share this dream with somebody, or not this dream, this memory with people. And so now he's fulfilled his origin purpose. Dun dun dun. And yeah, we had that. And then we got back out of the dream. We're like, yeah, you used to be cool, but now you're not anymore. So we need you to like step down. He was like, but I still think, and it's like, no. And so explained everything we saw. Got a lot of info. Oh, we think we can do the Grail War there, but it's like, there's a shadow creature. Maybe you should look into that. And then they were like, well, this mountain, we're not gonna scare Scribe anymore because his thing, is like changing stuff and staying the same. And this mountain was giving him like, low key, high key, a panic attack. So time to bring the mountain down. And to go down the mountain, Penelope and Annis decided they're gonna go in cool style, and Annis was either a crocodile or an alligator, and slid down this awesome now fun park water mountain, and Penelope, like a goddamn pro, was riding on her back, like just shredding on it, and just go down to the end, and did a really awesome backflip, like landed that or sticked that landing, like 10 out of 10. And all of the all of the paladins that were going up the mountain, they are not going up the mountain. They had to get out of the way for this glorious sight. And then Ivan will be right behind them in just a minute. The end.
Hooray.
That was beautiful.
Fun
Thank you,
times.
thank you.
Recaps are fun.
But now I'm kind of glad I did that because it actually reminded me of the question or the thing that he had to say to them up there. So you know what? It worked out.
Hooray.
Nice.
Yay.
So contrary to the map that we have up now, you wanted to get something in before you jumped down the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So because they did bring up like kind of everything in that dreamscape, he's gonna look at Scribe and all of them and just be like, he's gonna pull out because he's got that one seed still, the one that he had kept, and he's been keeping track of, that Clover gave him, the seed of Einosh.
So do you
Is
still
like-
have that, or did you give that off to
Remember,
Grandpap?
he
I don't
pulled
remember
it
if you
back,
got it back or
remember?
not. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm
'cause
making
he
sure I
was like-
remember so that I'm matching what we did. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, he's like, he has to keep track of that to be able to make sure there's none in other places. And he's like, I don't trust anybody else to hold on to this currently. So,
Mhm. And
he's
you
like,
also were aware that it's been slowly eating your spell slots.
it's wrapped up. It's
Yeah.
been wrapped up. Yeah. He's got that bad boy in a hanky.
Alder.
Yeah.
I thought you gave it to Alder.
Remember when everything came back? He gave him the behemoth thing, but he took back the seed.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like, have fun. It's a mushroom. Maybe you'll find purpose with it. And he still has the other mushroom because there was 2 of them. So he just unwraps, like he doesn't unwrap it all the way, like just so the top is uncovered. And he's like, if everything that I have seen in your dream was once a thing, maybe it's just like, if research can be done, and it's not too far off, maybe there's a way to uncorrupt the seed because it still gives that same energy. The tree of life existed. It was a thing. So he, Clover wasn't crazy to believe in what he was handed. Granted, this has some stuff going on in it. But if there's a way to undo it, then we do actually have these trees again. That needs to be looked into.
So are you offering it to one of them, or are you just using it as a visual aid?
A visual aid. He's
Okay.
not passing it over. Not unless they try to sweet talk him out of it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, as you show that around, because this is the first time they've seen it, each of them are taking a look at it.
Yeah, he'll just kind of walk closely around them. He's like, don't touch it. Drains energy. This is the only one that I have that is intact, as for good reasons, the others have been destroyed.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you're showing it around people, eventually, like, they each kind of give it a weird look. They're not touching it,
Yeah.
understandably.
It will drain your magic. It is the reverse of a life tree.
And when you actually put it in front of Scribe, he looks at it for a second, and then he looks back over to you and he says, "That does look like something that I've seen before. I think it was from not the tree that I was leaning against, but a bigger one that I saw when I looked in that hole."
I'm mentally jotting that down. Don't mind me. He's like, okay.
I just didn't know that.
And it looked like the Tree of Life Scribe? Like a bigger version of it?
I only saw it for a moment, but it was a very large tree in that strange place.
He just carefully wraps it up.
I think whether or not you see my current state as a curse, it did grant me a perfect memory.
The tree granted that to you.
Something granted that to me.
Okay, he's talking about just in general, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
and
from your role before, I'm just going to tell you that whenever your origin is awakened, whatever it is that you're supposed to do, you become better at it.
yeah, yeah.
There are costs for the rest of your existence. But if his purpose was to remember this thing so that someone else could see it, it's quite possible that that was when he got his eidetic memory.
Yeah. So he's just going to be like, either way, no matter how I see it, that's helpful information. And
I agree.
if that's in there, then it definitely needs to be looked into. And if you can think of any way to uncurse a tree of life, this is the moment to go through and think of any possibility, because we'll have a better chance to get our ley lines fixed and mana coursing through here if we can get a way to get this seed back into what I believe is its original state.
To that note, the ASMR steps up to you, Nathaniel, and he says, "I don't like it more than anyone else would, but if any organization has spent time researching ways to purify things tainted by dead apostles, it would be the church. That may unfortunately be your best lead."
Well, if Felix is right and we all have to, find a way to work together, which is right, maybe
He's nodding. Felix is nodding with you entirely.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, maybe this is the thing that they can help with. This is the shoe in the door, or the hoof in the door, I guess, if you don't have shoes.
I think it would be at the very least something that if you could convince them not to destroy it, then perhaps you could get them to work with it. I would absolutely be thrilled to have the church working with the druids and even a dead apostle here if we could get that going. Perhaps proof of concept that this idea is not so far-fetched.
You said you have connections to the church, right, Felix?
I have a few. I know a few people within the church who are a little more open-minded than others.
Do you want to see how open they would be to a holy project of removing curses?
I will be happy to reach out and see what I can find. They should be able to reconcile purifying something ancient whether or not it directly aligns with their beliefs.
I mean, it's something maybe they won't ever experience in a lifetime. Feel
And
like
at this
that
point, Lucretia, who's standing next to you during this as well, says, I'll also be in touch with the church, as we have to follow the rules of the ritual, and that involves the involvement of the church. So we may have a few angles on this one.
Well, that's good. And I one more thing that just I'm kind of concerned about, that shadow that was mentioned.
Scribe, like, sort of closes his eyes, and you can see him shiver a little bit at the thought of it.
If anybody has good knowledge of history in general, not just memory, we need to figure out what that thing is, because obviously it is altered Scribe. And if it can alter Scribe, it can alter anybody else it touches.
They're all kind of quiet at the thought of that one, and Lucretia eventually chimes in. I have no idea what that was, but if it is something that can awaken an origin, it is very dangerous. I would be concerned about anything coming into contact with it.
Yeah.
An awakened origin could make one passive, as in this case, but depending on the origin, it could be incredibly, incredibly volatile. This might be something that very, very select people could weigh in on, but I suspect this is beyond most understandings. It's not something that I've heard of among dead apostles.
I feel like maybe a scholar of ancient lore, or someone who knows things that have gone missing, things that are just old, ancient, powerful. I might know a teacher.
I can see what I can find out within the clock tower angle, at least for the contacts that I have, but I would not be too surprised if anyone who knows isn't telling.
Okay.
You're welcome to explore with your own angles as well, of course.
Oh, no, I would like to present them. I'm just messaging them, giving all, my thoughts. And seeing as that's what we're supposed to be doing here. Kind of awkwardly shuffles. Look, like I said, I don't want to be mad at all of you constantly. I just want things to get done. It's been 10 years of this. So, the sooner we can get it sorted out, the better. And, yeah. Fun times.
I dare say that our centaur friend has given all of you something to talk about, so I can leave you up here if you would like privacy, but I suspect that you would have more productive conversation without a mountain. So I'm going to lower it back to the ground now.
Wait, I gotta go off the side. Lucretia, no! Wee!
All right, give me a... Let's see, are you just actually hopping on and just writing it down?
He's like, wait, no, I gotta do what they did, and he's gonna hop it.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll because she made it safe, unless you want to do something silly with it.
He's like, I don't know if he's like purely on his belly, like legs sprawled out, or on his back.
This is one of the scenarios where we might want to look up what a horse on a water slide looks like and then judge whoever is responsible for that video.
Honestly, horse on a water slide.
Oh dear.
I hope that doesn't exist.
I hope it does.
That feels cruel if it exists.
Not if they're having fun like the ducks that do it.
I feel like if you've taken a horse up to the top of a water slide, you're a bad person.
What are you thinking this water slide gotta be? It'd be like a kiddie slide.
Regardless, you're doing whatever a horse on a water slide does.
Oh, the only video I get is from GTA 5, and someone mods a horse.
Well, canonical.
Oh, let's see. Is this horse standing? His horde is trotting, so you know what? He can do, where they sit on their butt and like they got the legs in front of them where they do the scoot scoot.
Oh no. Okay.
He does the scoot scoot.
You do the scoot down crocodile mile.
Yeah. Maybe he'll roll around depending on how much fun it is. He's
Oh
never
yeah, you're having a
experienced it
great time.
before.
This is a very safe water slide. It's like she cares about that and didn't want any of you or the paladins to fall off and die.
That's fair. Look, his ass so fat he could have accidentally broken it, so
Yeah.
I found several videos about a cow that escaped a slaughterhouse and went on a water slide.
Well,
Wait,
that's what
cow
I
on a
would do
water
if I
slide?
escaped a slaughterhouse. That just makes sense.
Honestly.
But yeah, you successfully water slide your way down.
Yeah.
So at the bottom of this, while all that's happening, Annis, Penelope, and the lady have a little bit of a lead. So you get to the bottom, and what you find is, ignoring what's on the map, just you're at the bottom now.
Yeah. He just kind
you-
of spins at the bottom,
You see a number of paladins slowly getting up from where they slid all the way down. You see a number of rangers around who were presumably also making their way up before that got in the way.
They want to get out of the way.
You see Beach in Montgomery. Beach remarkably dry, Montgomery soaking wet. You get the impression that Beach did not try to run up the side of the mountain when this happened.
Because he's smart.
You see Derek and you see Johnny, who were now at the bottom, and upon seeing Penelope riding down a crocodile, they both let out a sigh of relief. So that I think there's a fair assumption that they know who the crocodile / alligator is. You can see that based on where they're at, for the most part, they're not as shocked as everyone else is by this spontaneous mountain. Looking further across the area, you see a bunch of people that are up in the stands, and they look confused or surprised, but they did not rush forward. Not even the ones from the other village, from Iden's locale. Like, they're all actually still back to where they were.
Yeah.
It seems like really standard operating procedure here was for the paladins and the rangers to figure out what's going on, and everyone else to just be patient.
Are there
And they
twin
seem to
paladins?
follow it. Huh?
Are there twin paladins?
Twin?
The
Did I
one on the
drag
right-
one of them twice? Yeah, I dragged one of them twice. Hold on.
Yeah, whoops.
I was like, oh shit, twins.
No, they're not twinsies. I just dragged one of them twice. Hold on. Let me grab my paladin list.
We like, any pranks you can pull? Have one of them
Let's-
jump out of the cake and still have the other one appear. Like, oh wow, magic trick!
Wowee.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Where is she? Oh, I see what it is. The wrong tokens on Lorelei. That's why. Hold on. So they were separate NPCs. I just put the wrong token on her.
Oh, very good. And I was about to be like, I haven't met them before. I don't know. I'm like, I'm looking at all of them now.
I mean, I guess this will be her third token, if we're being technical about it.
True.
Yeah, let's just get that sorted out. Boop. And boop. There you go.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, I remember you showing her a picture. Oh.
Yeah. She's the one that they spoke to during the intermission.
Ooh.
She's all properly on the map now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like your paladins are all down here in various degrees of dishevelment. You see the other ones that you can identify as paladins because they're here wearing armor, unlike practically everyone else. The only one of them who isn't wearing
Oh, that's
armor
where they ended up.
is Montgomery, because Montgomery doesn't wear armor because Montgomery is Muscle Mountain. He all big. But yeah, so when you get to the bottom, Derek and Johnny run over to the two of you. And Derek is like, that's Annis, right? Pretty sure that's Annis. Are you Annis? You have to tell me if you're Annis.
You know what the real
It's hard to
question is?
tell. I could have just found a random crocodile on top of that mountain.
But you say this, but your friend hurts people into cows.
You know,
That is fair.
those cows could have been there before, and Vivi could have just found the cow.
You know what the real question is, Derek? Are you the real Derek?
I hope so.
All right, quick, Derek. Tell me something only Derek would know.
If I told you, then more than Derek would know.
You could always whisper it in a bro's ear.
Yeah.
Something that only I would know. Looks down at the little alligator crocodile and is like, okay, so I've seen that crocodile naked.
I mean, technically, the crocodile is naked right now.
That actually is pretty true.
We've all seen this crocodile naked.
I've seen this crocodile pick up a guy and beat another guy with it.
We all know that. All I can think about is, like, would you still love me if I'm a crocodile?
And meanwhile, Penelope is just, like, giving Crocodile Annis belly pats.
Yeah, Annis is not turning back from a crocodile anytime soon.
Like, yeah, this could be any crocodile.
I don't believe you.
Yep, definitely not Annis. Don't know what you're talking about.
Also, I was gonna say, like, I was gonna pull Penelope to the side in a bit. Or I guess Penelope and Crocodile Annis. Oh, is the lady still here? Yeah, lady's still here too, right?
Yeah, she's just watching all this play out.
He just kind of bows his head to her.
Okay, yeah, I'm kidding. It is Annis.
Okay, good, because otherwise I was going to have to run up the side of a mountain.
I mean, you can still try. I'm not going to stop you.
I think it's shrinking, actually. We should probably back up.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I want to say, oh shit, I remembered another thing that I got to talk to them about. That's kind of really important. Good thing this mountain's shrinking.
Annis rolls over onto her belly and then like stands up and turns back into Annis.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'll slowly pull her out of the way. Do her a solid like she did for Horse Iden.
Derek gives Annis a hug. I'm glad you were not eaten by the mountain or permanently turned into a crocodile.
I'm glad too.
And Johnny, like, having watched all that play out, walks over and, like, hugs Penelope. You just went up a mountain.
I did.
And then you came down it the coolest way possible.
I did.
Nice job.
Yeah. Thank you. I tried. Okay. There was, like, a fake you. Pretty sure it was fake.
On the mountain?
What?
On the mountain?
Yeah. Or, well, in Scribe's head.
Oh, I get the impression we're going to have to talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah, now a few people know things that I didn't want to tell them, so hooray.
Keep your secret.
What?
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 No, really, what? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, he's like, I'll keep your secret.
I didn't shut up.
What?
If you want any more sugar cubes, you'll.
He was just reassuring her.
She's just like looking at him with like full-blown panic eyes.
As you have your panic eyes, the ground shakes under you and the giant mountain starts to sink back into the ground.
So, like, on Penelope's journey to learn Sylvan, he's just going to tell her in Sylvan, I mean, I think it's a really cute name.
Stop!
But she doesn't know. Start learning, ho!
You say this after none of you knew it was written on a boat.
That was the other thing.
I mean, I didn't get to look at the boat.
That was actually one of the other things that I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back.
Okay, so the mountain collapses back down. Contrary to what's on the map here, the stage is destroyed. Like, she can't put that back. That's not a naturally occurring stage, so that's just wrecked. But she does leave the ground elevated in similar places so that it's kind of a more natural stage. So the
Ooh.
dimensions are the same, but it's not as smooth. It looks more naturally occurring.
Fancy. It's very druid themed.
Yeah, and as she gets down here, yeah. She looks around and goes, ah, right. And she snaps her fingers, and the sun comes back.
Aw, the ambiance.
I completely forgot it was daytime. Oops.
It's a bit of a trick. It's very localized, though.
Ooh.
Well, I dare say I learned what I set out to learn, so... And she just turns around and she starts walking away from the lot of them.
Oh,
And-
as you, Penelope, you said you have a way to like reach her if we need her, right?
What? Lucretia?
Yeah, like just like an easy way to contact her.
Yeah.
I'll be at Alder's cabin later today getting something sorted out if you want to follow up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to follow up with you later.
And she goes and she just takes her seat back like nothing happened. Everyone is staring at her, and she just sits back down.
Should we-
Just casually sits down. It's fine.
Should we go sit down too? We're kind of just up here at this point.
Is it safe to say the meeting's over?
At that point, the lot of the druids walk up from where the mountain left them. They're all down here now. And Scribe says from the place where, words are heard all over the area, we're going to have a bit of a recess for the day. We've got much to speak about. So, everyone, please enjoy your evening. We'll make announcements once we've come to new conclusions based on recent information. So thank you for joining us. We'll be in touch. And from there, he
Wait.
starts to cast a spell if you'd like to try to rush in for something.
Wait. One more thing. Maybe for your recess. Is there a place I can talk to you privately? I guess all of you. I mean, with the party, my friends, they're fine too. Like, just extra.
I'm making it
information.
right now.
Oh. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were like gonna teleport out of here or.
That's not really how we work.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Annis, Penelope, if you want to join in.
What's
happening?
Yeah, I don't.
He's
know.
got to talk. He's got to bring up the blights.
What about the blights?
Relocating them and keeping them
Penelope
safe.
doesn't know shit.
Huh?
Penelope didn't go with you for that.
Nah. Oh, then Annis.
Penelope was on the stage when you got back. You've not briefed her about that at all.
Well, just in general, I mean, she knows about the blights. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of as a whole. That's why he's not just going to leave her out.
Yeah. This is me just reminding you of who knows what.
No. Yeah, I get that. Just in general, like, they know of the blights. If she doesn't want to and she wants to do other things, he won't stop her. But he's just like extending offer.
What are you talking to them
Leafy baby.
about? Oh God, no! Staying out of this one.
Annis? Question mark.
I suppose.
Okay. Woo! And then I guess whatever they do, they do.
Yeah, so up there on the stage, uh, so you've seen Penelope casting the tiny hut spell before. This is different from that, but it is very similar.
Oh. Penelope get upgrade.
Slightly
So
different bullet.
unlike tiny hut, which is kind of like a dome, what he's doing actually causes, like as he's casting this spell, he sprinkles seeds in a circle around the lot of you, which I'll just go ahead and draw now.
So excited.
Let's move that over here. All right, fine. Don't let me move it. Whatever. See how I feel about you, Pointer. Yeah, so centered from where he is. He sprinkles these seeds around, and they grow up into vines that then wrap around, and he essentially makes a giant, sort of like a crocheted hut out of vines that have just grown out of these seeds that pops around. It's not as flashy as the tiny hut with like the special colors and the ability to see through it or anything. He really just made an impromptu house around them, and since the two of you are there, it's also around the two of you. And as you're inside, you notice that on the inside it has bioluminescence from the insides of these vines in places, so it kind of lights up like you're inside a tiny house. But it doesn't have all the amenities that Penelope's did, because druids are not as good at this as wizards and whatnot are.
Anis, do you think you could do that?
One day, maybe.
That's so cool. Okay. Don't get distracted. So,
we will be meeting, but go ahead and ask your question first.
Well, it's not really a question per se. So, you know how like Einosh is all about trees and stuff, and how like that one guy, Gilrath was, studying and left and went to like the clock tower. I'm pretty sure he was taken over by Einosh at that point too.
We are aware of his crimes.
Yes. Well, you see, he may have learned how to domesticate blights, and they're really sweet. And all creatures should be given a fair chance at life, and they don't hurt people. And honestly, they're really good watchers of gardens. I just have one slight concern. So they've been nothing but wonderful. Problem is, with Einosh's roots being in the ground, he could contact, and I would assume this would be any tree life, any blight in an area, not just those that he has controlled. But we found out that there is a connection, so we kind of severed that connection for now. But we need to find a place that can house them safely. Maybe like a garden with a grounding underneath it, so it's not directly connected to the earth.
So at this point, in her many voices, the Eladrin walks up to you, Maranthe, and she says, again in many voices that I can't properly replicate,
I got you.
Are you saying that there are blights in Sherwood other than the ones that attacked us yesterday?
My blights, not in your part. In my own little area. They're safely out of the ground. We've talked to them. That's how we were able to figure out there's a connection, which actually helps us in this case because they can sense when he's near. We can use them as a beacon to find where he is. They know better than to listen to the voice. Anis here is an amazing druid and has been able to talk to them and convince them, and they look to her as leader. So
She's going to turn to Annis and say, "Do you trust these blights?"
Hang on, I've got to roll.
Annis.
Well, I believe that they're innocent and that they shouldn't just be killed for no reason.
Right, that's my girl.
And it could be beneficial to keep them around to study them or, have them perform tasks or what have you. They're intelligent plants that have limbs and brains.
They're very sweet.
They're not typical blights.
And honestly, they prove that the other blights can have hope.
So you're saying that they were domesticated, meaning they may have these impulses but are resisting them through training or some other form of control.
That's the easiest way to put it, because that's how quote-unquote Hainash has spelled it out. I don't like that he's been experimenting on them. I don't appreciate it. They're one with nature just like everything else. Even if they're cursed, they are a part of the wildlife. Juniper has been nothing but the most amazing small little twig you could have ever asked for. And I think we have a lot more to learn from her and them than, they do from us. They just need that chance. They need to be able to not have to worry about a voice that tries to command them. If we can keep them off that connection, and they know better to only really listen, like Annis is convinced them to only listen to her. All they really ask for is just soil, some sunlight, some fresh air. Like, they have been happier here than they were in that place that we saved them from. They were dying. It was the most horrible thing you could possibly lay your eyes on.
And I have spoken to lights and the trees of Einosh, and they do not listen to reason. But these blights do want to talk and want to listen and don't just want to drain and destroy.
So Margaret's going to walk around to the two of you, and she's going to say from the other side of this, "I've seen a number of blights in my day, and none of them have ever shown any sign of wanting more than to consume everything around them. But you're telling me that these ones are different, and that of all things we could thank Irvine Gilrath for that."
Whether we like it or not, yes. Sometimes good things come out of bad people. We do have to acknowledge that. Yeah. Yeah.
That is definitely true.
I don't know what he did to domesticate them, or if they domesticated themselves like cats, but yeah, they really only want, the same thing that normal plants want: good sunlight, good soil, good water, and to be left alone.
Yeah, I mean, they literally grew up in that greenhouse. They haven't had exposure to nature, fresh green nature, which may have been a part of it because they hadn't gotten to be around other blights that, aren't as sentient. They relied on each other, and that's how they thrived. And we got them out of there because they deserve better, and they were dying.
That's very interesting that they came from a greenhouse, you say.
To be very specific, Gilrath's greenhouse that we absolutely might have raided.
Can't really blame you there. Tell me, did that was that a clock tower greenhouse, or was it more remote?
Right, Annis? It's definitely a clock tower, right?
I
They just didn't know it existed.
it was it was in a clock tower adjacent area, but I don't think it was clock tower necessarily.
I just he's very like what's the reason he's asking? Like I want an insight on him.
You can try.
I'm gonna insight as well. I'm very suspicious.
19, 26. Like
I wish you'd save that for a charisma roll, but that's a good roll.
I doubt I'm gonna. Oh yeah, no, not nearly
Okay.
as high. 13.
like I just want to see where he's getting
Sure.
with this.
So, Annis, you can tell that he seems to be curious about anything that involves interaction with one of the other organizations. Because this is you've heard about, like, everyone in the group knows that Gilrath is someone who kind of sold out Druid secrets to get and go with Clock Tower.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of already, in a twisted way, a version of what Felix is trying to do, which is get, coordination between different groups and knowledge sharing, just not in a way that's cool.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense for him to be asking about like where this was. So Aiden, you picking up on his interest in this, you noticed that he was pretty quiet for a lot of this in the topic of the blights.
Yeah.
But
the moment I mentioned
so specifically when you mentioned Gilrath, like he knew who you were talking about, but he didn't really say much. When you started talking about the blights being like other living creatures who deserve a chance to live, he was in agreement there. Like he was nodding along with that. Obviously, of the lot of them, he's the one who's the most likely to be sympathetic because he's the only one who's like, maybe we should work with dead apostles and the church.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
stuff
And
like
that's what I was
that.
hoping for is like he's kind of open to all life forms.
Yeah, he seemed to be pretty open to that. But then when you started talking about this being, in a clock tower type area, that seemed to catch his attention. And you think that on top of everything that Anna's pulled away from it, he's seeing this as possibly useful information because, as you know, he does have contacts in Clock Tower. And the currency of Clock Tower is information on what other people in Clock Tower are doing. So that doesn't in any way preclude him helping you. There's just an acknowledgement that you're actually giving him something here.
That actually no, but that does bring forth like because he looks at me, he's like, wait a minute. You said you had contacts in Clock Tower, right?
Yes, I have a few different departments.
Do you know that there's someone in there? We told them this, Annis, right? That there's a person that's going through and killing elementals and absorbing their power. They are in Clock Tower. They are a threat to all of us and our magic.
I can't remember who we actually told.
I can't either. So he's looking at him.
You certainly haven't told him because your only interactions with him were up on the stage.
It's like you have a way to keep track of that, to find out who this guy is, to help.
You told Lucretia, and you told your family and grandpap, I think.
Okay. So yeah, he's telling him right here. He's like, there's a threat in there that even if we get these ley lines fixed,
you're in the bubble.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think they can hear us.
He poses a threat with just these circles. Because if he goes in and he looks at what's her name again? Not Maranth. Margaret. He looks at Margaret. He's like, he's going through bubbles. If he were to go through there and find you all, he would absorb you too. Nobody's safe with this lunatic going through and absorbing our people.
He absorbed a fire elemental.
I've not heard of anyone who's capable of doing that. Which department is he in?
It's the lore. Penelope found this giant underground thing in
underneath the library. Yes.
She knows so much more. She saw it. She saw this person and this circle of students.
He was wearing some kind of suit
to breathe for the other side.
No, I'm not familiar with any. Admittedly, the law department they don't talk to me. I'm not on their radar. No, I know people in several of the departments. I actually know I know a few people in modern magecraft. I know a few people in the astronomy
But could you get somebody to sneak into
departments.
lore? Can you find a way to keep track of them?
I'll do what I can. That's very troubling. Like, obviously, we can't have someone freely moving back and forth between these bubbles and antagonizing the other side. That's troubling that they found a way to do that.
Like wipes sweat off his brow. Oh, thank Jesus.
Yeah, and over here on the Margaret end, she's like, I found a way to get through and back safely, but that's a danger to us on this side and the other. We can't have that regardless of how we move forward. You said they just absorb an elemental?
Mm-hmm. Just ate him like he was a breakfast snack.
That's troubling. Don't know anything that can do that.
I don't either. And I don't think it was the suit. At least that's
It could be
what
some kind of
Penelope
sorcery
described it
trait,
as.
or perhaps he's not human.
That's possible. Another thing added to the pile of troubles. So ta-da.
Well, I suppose before we move on, we should probably at least agree on what we wish to do with the blight situation first. So I obviously am in favor of leaving them where they are. Everyone rolls their eyes.
Well, no, like he looks at Scribe and he's like, no, I honestly actually think that this might be something good for you.
I'm of the mindset that if they've made their way here on their own or through others, then this is where they need to be.
Have you
And I see
considered
no reason
becoming
to
a
eject
gardener?
them. I'm more a fan of letting things sort to themselves.
I mean, that's fair. It's just pointing out that they could be good companions for you. And, if you keep a garden, I'll keep it nice. I mean, I'll keep them with me, but I don't know. I feel like maybe it'd be a good fit.
You think they would want to live outside of my home?
I mean, you've got a nice home. And I think they would be really nice, people you could talk to, just idle chat, and, you could tell them stories. Nothing has to change. And I feel like maybe that'd be most comforting for you.
I think they're okay literally anywhere outside of that greenhouse that has enough mana to support them and, good soil and good water, sunlight, fresh air.
Yeah, Aiden, roll a persuasion check.
Oh god, my persuasion's not that great. Wait, I've got a bonus 3. Can I guidance myself?
That would be really obvious if you did that right
I know.
here.
I'm like, can I just have a boost? I'm scared I'm gonna roll really shit. Fuck my
Oh,
life.
there's no Penelope here.
No, there's not.
Can we say that I helped by saying that and give him advantage?
With your support, yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Roll it again.
Oh, please don't give her 1. I'm gonna be so mad if this is a repeat.
If you roll another 1, then there you go. But
13. It's better than a 1.
I'll consider it. I'm not big on new changes, but maybe I will visit these blights of yours and see how they seem.
Okay, but if I let you visit, you gotta keep my place a secret. And he just looks him dead in the eyes. I know you've got perfect memory.
I don't think that's one of the things I'm supposed to tell people.
Oh, okay. It's like he'll stick his hand out, and he's like, even if you don't, I think maybe just meeting them is something that'd be, beneficial.
He nods and he shakes your hand.
It's the Scribe redemption arc. Be friends arc. Put the
Look,
past behind.
the big secret is you've shifted from trying to get him to change something to trying to get him to roll with something.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fundamental way that you work with him.
Exactly. It's like they're already here. And honestly, I feel like they'd be like good things for him. Like they're not like once you've set them down, they're there and they'll stay in one spot with them. He'll have friends he can talk to that actually listen to his like year-long stories.
You have the most educated blights in the world.
That's why I'm like, look, it's a great idea, okay? The
You're looking at
smartest-
this as the parent trying to get into a good school system.
Anis, that covers everything, right?
I think so. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I mean that's one vote for them staying here, and you just keep. He looks at Scribe, hopes everyone else says like. Looks at Felix.
Felix is like, look, I'm in favor of them sticking around as long as they're good, but obviously, as I've had to learn from working with various groups, you give everyone a chance. You might give them a second chance, but after a while, you start endangering things. So as long as they're on good behavior, I don't see a problem with it.
I can always introduce you all to Juniper.
The problem is we can't plant them in the ground
Yeah.
until we've dealt with Einosh.
Yeah.
So we'll need to
Make like a
plant them in
bed.
some sort of raised bed situation.
They're currently in booties.
Following that, Moranthe speaks up in her many voices. I am suspicious of them, but I will give them one chance. If I get the impression that they are working as his agents and endangering things, then we will do what we must. But what you've told me is promising.
Looks at Nathaniel and Margaret.
Nathaniel is over here and he's like,
Mystery, Nathaniel.
honestly, if I were given my chance, I would put them in very public places to shake things around a bit and see what cryptids we could spread amongst us. But I suspect this is a better solution for them.
Just have them as Celine Dion's backup dancers. What?
No!
I'm kidding.
What?
No!
What? Okay, that was. I promise you that wasn't a character.
Okay.
But I do
They
agree
might make
that
pretty good Halloween decorations.
I agree that they seem like a risk, but as long as they are supervised, I don't see a problem.
Looks back at Scribe, the best supervisor.
Yeah, let's have them be supervised by Mr. Observe and Report.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I know who I'm picking here.
And then down here over, you've got Margaret, who's honestly, I've never seen blights amount to anything good, but I'm not going to go against the wishes of the group if they want to give it a shot. Candidly, I suspect I'm going to have to get used to a lot of strange things if we successfully move to the other side. So, who am I to judge them?
Yes.
That sounds like we have an agreement then. We'll sort out the details of it later, but for now we must discuss everything that we learned atop that mountain and from our discussion earlier and from what you and your tiny friends have shared with us.
Roger
also,
that.
some concern over this element eater.
Oh yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, the paladins here were actually going to be trying to take care of that, and then they got called here for tree duty, so they might also be people to
They
talk
may be
to.
better equipped to address that than we are, given it sounds like this would entail infiltration of Clock Tower, and I don't think anyone here is looking to do that just yet.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thanks. But it has been made awares, so
Yep.
for everything else, that is important.
Meanwhile, outside the bubble. Penelope with all of these characters who can't hear what's going on in there.
Well, I guess they're talking about blights.
I don't know why they do that, but I mean, whatever. You did a good job with your speech, though. It was very inspiring, and it looks like it made the ground explode into a mountain.
I mean, I didn't do that. That was all Lucretia. But I mean, I'll take the credit for it if you want.
Whichever works. I mean, honestly, I get the impression that those dead apostles do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bit nerve-wracking to see what league they're batting in.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even think about that until just now, but yeah. Oof. Do you think... Oh. Ooh. God, so much happened in... Like, we went into Scribe's brain?
You had like a vision quest?
Kind of.
Was it weird? Was it really weird in his head? I bet it was really weird.
It was. There was like... It was like floating islands and shit. Everybody could walk on water. I summoned not lady.
We'll be talking about that later.
Yeah.
She says from her jar now that she's small again.
Yeah. Oh no, we definitely need to talk about that later. And then we accidentally summoned like dream versions of you guys.
Was dream version of me really cool?
Not about as cool as regular version of you.
That sounds pretty cool.
Take that how you will.
I choose to take that as really cool.
Okay, cool. Whatever makes you feel great. And I accidentally hurt Dream Johnny's feelings, but I told her sorry.
I'm sure she forgives you.
Well, I told her she wasn't real, and she was upset by that.
That would admittedly ruin my day too if it happened to me.
But you're real.
I hope so.
Wait, hold on. She's gonna pinch Johnny on the arm.
Ow.
Yeah, you're real.
Did you pinch her arm?
Oh God, no.
Why'd you
no, I'm sorry. Ah!
Well, I sure hope I'm real. Otherwise, I got a bad deal.
I mean, in the meta sense.
Well, if you want, you can pinch my arm too. Fair's fair.
I'll wait till you're not paying attention.
Damn it. But yeah, I kept trying to ask her questions that only you would know, and then I asked a question that only I would know, and then everybody heard the answer, so that wasn't fun either.
Is that the secret that the horseman's gonna keep?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, I'll tell you, obviously, because I've told everybody else at this point, so... It is what it is.
We can do that later. I understand that we've got a bit of a peanut gallery over here.
Yeah, no, there's too many people here for me to be comfortable saying anything out loud. Ugh. There's some messed up shit going on.
That sounds about right.
We saw this thing. Lucretia thinks it's Dream's End.
I'm gonna make them roll to see if they've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
So many NPCs to roll stuff. do 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 do. Get him, Derek. I believe in you.
Go, Derek, go.
Oh, it sat on the 18 for so long before it rolled over to a 2.
No.
That's admittedly a very Derek roll.
That's,
Yeah.
He's got to live up to his
Hang on.
himbo.
I'm having a thought. Never mind.
That's what
Hold
the
on. I know. Wait a minute. I have a -1 ent. Okay, I roll a 1. Oh,
I
damn.
fucking felt that, Derek. I fucking felt that. Go
So
himbo
Johnny
squad.
is in turn going to be like, I think I heard a story or two about that, but I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, I
That's where all the left socks go, right?
yeah, basically, it's.
But the
where
left socks of like history.
Yeah.
You see anything
And-
cool?
I mean, I didn't really look in there.
I wonder if they have a
But-
showbiz pizza.
Oh my god. That would be so cool. Do you think they have the animatronics in there too?
I would be afraid of what they were like if they were.
Oh no! And that's how we invented Five Nights at Freddy's.
Just don't mind me. I have all of these robot templates over here in the NPC pile.
Don't you dare.
Warforged.
Berserker Chuck E. Cheese.
No!
I mean, they're all bards, right? Rock a fire explosion.
Oh god. But it's like it looks like there's this whole thing with the Grail Wars just gonna happen.
Sounds like a high stakes adventure.
Yeah. Like I was kind of bluffing when I said it on the stage. But I guess I was right.
Yeah. Well, either way, looks like the big plant ball is spitting out our friends now. And with that, the ball does open up as Annis and Iden are free to leave.
Do you leave the plant ball?
Yeah, I leave the plant ball.
There you go. The plant ball will seal up after you leave the plant ball.
I'm gonna go around here.
There you go. Cool. So, yep, you
It's
step
gonna be
out,
a
and as you
penalty
step
for me.
outside, you can hear all the noise from outside again. It seems like the inside is completely cut off sound-wise from the outside.
Ooh. Fancy. Big on to Penelope.
What?
Penelope! They're gonna
What?
give him a chance.
Who?
Juniper and her family. And he just is giving her the biggest hug ever. He's so happy.
Like, what are they gonna? They're gonna let them live, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm happy for you. Happy for Juniper.
Yeah. He just puts her down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told him about that one dude you told us about with the hand and the eating the fire elemental and stuff, because that's a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
God,
a bit
I prob-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I might need to talk to the paladins about that. Oh shit.
Cool. The more that no one can infiltrate, the better.
And as you step out and you do this, you notice the rangers present start to go and escort people out. The paladins stay around the ball in the middle because they're clearing the area because the event is over for the immediacy. The stands
Hey.
themselves are starting to clear out as well. You see your family is still gathered together at the bottom. Also, the various phantasmals from the other village have not left, but most of the other stands are emptying out.
Since it's occurred to Penelope that she should probably tell the paladins about what was going on with the dude, she's gonna go back up to Lorelei.
I mean,
Ooh,
you
skip
admittedly
over.
did tell
Oh yeah.
Beach before,
Never mind.
just as a reminder. Like, that's why they're aware of it.
True. Never mind. Take back everything I said about, oh shit, I need to tell the paladins, because I already did.
I mean, it was a few months
Same.
ago.
It was!
Time is fun like that.
Ah,
That was back in London plot.
Lord.
It was like a day ago in universe or something.
It was.
2 days.
It was pretty recent.
Uh,
It's gonna be really weird when you're finally running on normal D&D time during an event. Actually, start taking long rests more often than once every 2 months.
oh jeez. So she's gonna look at the lady and be like, well, now that they're done for the day, do you want to stick around? Or do we want to chat later? Or like, what do you
Honestly,
want
I
to do?
think I'm gonna check in on a few things on my end because I want to see if my equivalent to that space has a similar hole.
Oh no. That's fair.
So, I'll be back when you need me.
Yeah, we'll talk later. We've definitely got to talk about.
We've got a few conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. Be safe.
You too.
Okay.
With that, your water collapses back into being normal water.
Glittery water.
Well, I don't know what to do with this now.
I mean, I guess give it back to Nora.
True. Okay. I'll give it back to Nora. She can do whatever she wants with it.
You are finally free to do whatever you want because you've got open time again.
Oh God.
My family.
Is the time on the calendar accurate?
It is. You were only up on a mountain for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Zoom.
Let's see. I don't know. Oh God. Okay, hold on.
I have a favor to ask you later, Penelope.
Oh,
Actually, I'll advance
okay.
the clock another 5 minutes for your little hut conversation. There you go.
Woo. But I don't want to hold you up if you got things to do right now.
I am currently checking my notes.
Anna.
To-do lists are fun.
Yeah, Annis, what are you gonna do?
I have no idea. I had plans up until the meeting, and now I don't know what to do with my life.
Oh, that's a bit.
I mean, it's been
mean-
looming over you for an actual year, so you know.
Yeah. No, he's like, no, wait a minute. You're right. As he just continues the whole, like, the hair in his hand. Just,
I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
know what to do with my life. I just don't know what to do immediately right now. Other
Yeah,
than leave, I guess.
we did the thing.
Oh,
They'll
God.
deliberate. Scribe will continue to not want to do anything. At some
But-
point, we should probably talk to a couple of them at least.
Yeah.
At some point, we'll need to go to the wellspring and find that hole.
And
Yeah.
take care of a
Drive
spider
that.
lady that blocks
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Maybe she'll go back, where it's nice and, the other side. Maybe. We might need you in that violin.
Wait, why?
Because if she casts magic, she can't cast it if there's no sound.
Yeah, but you can't either if there's no sound.
Yeah, but Addis and I can just, drag people into holes afterwards.
Oh.
We're tough, and he looks at Annis. It's like, do like the eyebrow waggles like they're gonna do a pose together, like they're on the same brain cell, but honestly, it's probably more of a Derek and Aiden thing.
And it's just kind of makes a like bicep and yeah, we're tough.
Yeah.
We'll beat her up if she can't cast magic.
And we do have what you call it, like whack-a-mole,
What?
what the thing that we did to Einosh with our clubs or our
Pinball.
sticks, pinball. We can do that.
Whack-a-mole? I halfway expected him to say it like whack-a-mole.
He's like, I don't understand why you hit the animal, but yeah, it must be a cultural thing. I don't like it, but maybe it's just the name.
Well, they're fake moles if that makes you feel any better.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
They're robots.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I didn't see robots because he wasn't at the school where that was happening in the library where Penelope was at.
Yeah, he probably has never seen robots.
I don't know what that is. Is that like buffer moles?
No. No,
That's
they're
okay.
like machines that do things.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to explain a robot.
Okay. He just over the head just accepts it.
You can tell them to do things and they will do them.
Man, do I wish it was the year of the Roomba. Roomba's out in 2005.
Aiden would love a Roomba.
Roombas go back a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to find out.
Pretty sure they were out.
2002.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god, if he meets a Roomba, he's gonna fall in love with it.
No. So,
Mm-hmm.
what? I think all of us need to figure out. What are we gonna do about this whole Grail War shit?
I think that might be a conversation for later, more private.
Yeah.
I definitely agree on that.
Lucretia said she would be at Grandpap's cottage, so
We could go there, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I could say, evening to my family before we go over there and um ask you that favor along the way, you know.
Yeah, what favor do you need?
So how do you feel about jumping out of a cake and being fabulous?
I mean, I've done it before. The pay's usually not really good.
Well, see,
And the cakes are usually way big and like way too big for me to do that. So
I
I
this
end up having to put a step stool in the middle.
so this is
And then when I bust out of it, I end up knocking over the stool and then knocking over the cake. But I usually play it off.
oh, well this one's a magical cake and I after earlier, I feel like the crowd not too fond of me, but they really love you and there's a precious oh god, I'm losing her name. The elf girl.
Valeria?
And Valeria, she's really excited about this cake surprise and we were going to do it in like the hub, the Rangers area where everyone's gathering for food and stuff later, like celebration. And I don't know, like
Yeah.
I feel like she would have a lot of fun if you came out maybe like I can be some backup music for you, but I feel like if I popped out of the cake right now, it might not go so well.
I mean, sure. It'll be yet another unpaid cake popping gig.
No, I will absolutely pay you. You said you needed holy
Tale as
water,
old as
right?
time.
Huh?
You said you needed holy water, right?
Um,
I'm paying holy water.
I don't know that I actually need it anymore.
Oh.
It was a thought I had to try and make summoning the lady little more a little more special, but
Oh.
I don't think it works that way.
Oh.
It
Well.
was kind of a goofy idea. But
Uh,
I'll do it for you for free, Aiden.
are you sure? I can give you. If you ever get sick, yeah, I hope you don't. But like, if you do, I can heal you.
I thought you would do that anyway.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do that anyways. But like, I wanted to let you know that I can take care of some really beefy, like
How
food
about this?
poisoning and like,
How about this? How about this?
yeah.
I pop out of this cake, and you just owe me a favor.
Okay.
Cool.
Johnny
He just
watches
gives her
this
a hug.
play out and looks like surprised, like, oh.
Johnny, what's up?
Gotta watch out whenever people just readily agree to owing favors.
I trust Penelope. He also just looks at her deep in the eyes. He's like, "Do you need me to create ambiance for you and Johnny later?" Just like whispers it to her.
What?
What?
Ambiance? What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm here for that favor if you need it. Just like whispers it into her ear.
Penelope is just like backing up, like, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't tell you what the favor was.
Just wink.
Don't.
He just casually winks at her. Wink.
What? Do you have something in your eye? Why are you winking?
Wink.
I. But
Look,
anyway,
he's here.
we've made a deal. You owe me a favor. I'm gonna jump out of a cake.
Yeah, here's the cake. He's gonna pass over a magical cake to Penelope.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Do I need to move the
Like,
item?
yeah. He's like, Penelope, seriously, thank you. Like, you're the best. And he gives her another hug. He's just like, it means a lot. You name the song and I'll be your backup. I'll try
Alright,
at
let's
least.
drag that over here.
Yes. And it's edible.
There you go.
Irresponsible expansion.
Ooh, and I can druid craft some petals when you pop out. Oh, we can make this a whole bit.
Maybe can you druid craft some like biodegradable glitter?
Looks at the DM, fourth wall eyeball breaking.
I mean, everything you do with a cantrip is biodegradable, so
So yeah.
it's going to disappear on its own.
Yes.
Alright. Then yeah, you can totally do that if you want. That's not your favor though.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure this is great for her.
Penelope has learned her bargaining skills from the Fae.
I just
It's like,
appreciate that when I added that to your inventory, I saw that you still have a fancy opera hat.
Let it be known. Aiden is not the smartest. He has not made deals with anyone really, so this is the first. Let's go!
I guess
In
the
3
fancy
levels, you're
opera
going to
hat.
be a warlock somehow.
What?
Huh?
Keep that up and you'll be a warlock within 3 levels.
Who, me?
Goes back to talk to Morgan Le Fay. So, about, making sure the ley lines are taken care of.
I don't think you can be a warlock.
I'm kidding.
Like, I don't think you have the stats for it.
No, probably not. It would probably require intelligence, and he is
It's a charisma
lacking
thing.
in that. Oh, yeah, his charisma's an 11, but,
It's got to be at 13.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
No.
He is wise and stubborn.
So when is this thing later tonight with the food and the gathering and
I couldn't be a warlock. My charisma is terrible.
the shenanigans?
I assume when they're serving dinner. That
You get the impression that most of the schedule has been thrown off by the events of the day before, and now this.
that's also fair.
Oh damn, that means I'm gonna be carrying a cake all day.
To be fair, it's small until you use it.
That's true.
I mean, if you need me to carry it for you, I can do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have time to kill until food.
I suppose so.
Um,
We're checking
As
on
you're
my phone.
talking, you notice that at the far end, Alder is starting to take his leave, and Lucretia's going too. The rest of your family's still hanging out, but the impression they're probably going to go sort out whatever it is they were going to sort out.
Penelope just waves at them. Like, bye.
I guess we could.
Lucretia waves back. Alder just keeps going. He doesn't look like
Yeah.
he's super happy to be doing whatever this is.
He's done. I mean, we could go there and get stuff
Annis,
situated before dinner.
Annis, your grandpap just snubbed me.
Oh,
no.
I mean, that's pretty normal.
Kind
That's
of
the most
rude.
normal thing he's done since you got here.
He's just tired.
This, like, I don't know, nice, happy Alder that actually listens to me is very weird. This is a little more normal.
Oh. I'm sorry?
Eh,
Maybe the mountain air is doing him good.
perhaps.
Yeah, should we go? I mean, we could go and catch up with them and bother your grandpaps even more.
We could.
Or was there anything you guys wanted to do? Like,
I do want to check in with my family before we do too much else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so you're gonna check in with your family.
Did you want to come and say hey?
Sure. I mean, I've already said hello, but
Well, yeah. It was like before the start of a meeting.
I kind of sat in everybody's seat.
Yeah.
Do we need to go move those plant things somewhere?
I think they'll be fine where they are for now.
We've got him in the booties.
Yes, I not can't talk to them now. So that's
Wait, I already had that reaction. God damn it.
We could talk to them through their roots, and we stopped that. I think.
And then maybe, just maybe, Scribe will have, he'll get to meet them, and maybe they can chill with him. I feel like that'd be a nice thing for him.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I still don't trust the Blights.
I mean, I certainly think we need to be keeping a better eye on them than we were.
Especially since Einosh has been talking to them.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's their fault.
No. That's kind of like, I mean, when we send messages, the person can't stop it. They're just gonna get them.
And he did create them. So he's always going to have a little bit of influence over them, but
But they deserve a chance, and they might actually lead us to him. It's a win-win for them and us.
I guess.
And what's better than getting closer to Einosh and giving a big old smack in the face?
Can he also make mountains?
No, but he
think
does the whole thing where he like shakes out spores and shit.
Yeah, but we've already been through that.
I don't want to go through that again.
I'm just saying that the one that I fought for a few minutes in that tussle could not make mountains. But if this is a thing they can do, I'm kind of nervous now.
She can, and Annis will just gesture vaguely towards Lucretia. That doesn't mean they all can.
Likely.
like I feel like they have
different abilities.
different abilities, like control over like different domains.
Yeah.
That being said, I still think it's perfectly valid to be kind of scared of what they can do.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fair. That's very
I mean,
fair.
my understanding is that he just sort of walked in and beat up all Echo's friends and family.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the vibe that that was what you guys ran into, but I wasn't exactly organic at the time.
Yeah, you were kind of. I.
I would just be hesitant from assuming that whatever you ran into was him at full, punch and strength.
No, I mean, we got lucky that Alder had him in a one-on-one.
And I guess he's having to deal with the limitations of a human body.
A fresh, innocent body.
Maybe don't phrase it like that.
Just
That is kind of weird.
yeah, no, it's
That sounds like your keyword stuffing, buddy.
I'm trying to form words and I'm just mad again. Don't mind me. We gotta get Clover. That's number one. Well, it's not number one. It's number one on the people list, not on the mono list.
There's a lot we need to figure out, for sure. There's a lot we still don't know.
I think we should go back to that class. The class was really good.
I mean, I do want to talk to.
We need to, at some point we need to follow up with him.
Yeah, especially now with all the new stuff we know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's a good teacher.
He's a good ally? Ally. He's a good ally inside Clock Tower.
I need to go back there in general. I might need to ask Vivi to cook me up a disguise.
Oh my god, we need to. By the time we get back, Vivi's probably gonna have a new disguise herself.
Oh
or
no.
she'll probably. Oh, no, maybe. I think I remember her saying she was gonna bring out the old one that I was talking about the other day.
Ooh.
I don't remember. Although I'm not sure. Not sure how well that one would go over since I brought Ruby Clover out the last time. Fun times!
Tee.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah. All I know is Jan Saxcoat can't come back for a while.
Lost at sea. So tragic.
Truly, she will be missed.
She will reemerge from the waves, one eye covered in an eye patch, a scar on the other cheek, and slightly more badass than before.
And maybe a little bit more tan?
Probably like slightly more tan by like a degree. And less of a wimp. Yeah.
I can hear you clicking the pickeroo in the background.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. Just that seemed like where that was going.
Just like, click, click. But
we can hear you typing.
Ah, shit, maybe. I don't know why it's doing. Hold up.
Yeah, so do we want to just try and catch up with your grandpop and Lucretia?
That sounds like a pretty good use of our time. We don't know how long it's going to take them to deliberate or any of that.
I don't know if I want to get. I know you guys were talking about dealing with the Drider at some point.
Not right now, I would hope. That doesn't seem like a thing that we should do immediately.
Yeah, no.
I think it might be better to do that in the morning.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, so
Get
I
together,
guess
all the paladins, all of the strong strongest people. We're gonna need help with the Dryda.
Yeah. And yeah, let's do that in the morning. For now, let's go catch up with your grandpap and Lucretia, and then at dinner I'll pop out of a cake.
Wait, what?
You know, a full day.
Why?
Iden asked me to as a favor.
Well,
now he owes me a favor.
Yeah.
Okay. This day's already so weird, it may as well just get weirder, sure.
I mean, if you want, you can help me pick the outfit I wear for the performance.
He seems pretty excited about that. I'll just observe and not stop you from doing this.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I would value your input.
He's nodding his head. He's nodding his head in the background.
Okay. Annis does not seem like she wants to do that.
Boo.
Iden, do you want to choose the outfit?
Yeah.
Okay. You can choose the outfit.
Okay.
Especially since it's your cake. I trust you to coordinate something that works with the cake.
Hell yeah. He's so excited.
This entire interaction is clearly what Gary Gygax was counting on when he created this game.
Totally. This is peak D&D. You may not like it.
This is the difference between classic and advanced.
This is advanced D&D.
Didn't you know?
Okay, so I assume that we're gonna go try and catch Alder and Lucretia.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say,
like what with a net, but no.
Yes, with a net.
That would be impressive.
Tee. I'm gonna have him go over here real quick to like check in on them again before he goes off to be with them to do the Alder and Lucretia stuff.
Okie dokie.
Whee.
Yep. The crowd is still sitting down here. They have not left yet.
Family.
That was quite a speech you had there.
Yeah, you know. Only been simmering for a while.
I was particularly upset when they turned you into a horse.
Really?
I was going to go eat him, but it seemed to have sorted itself out when there was a mountain.
He has like actual tears in his eyes. Like,
he would be cooked. I have the ability to do that.
I know you do. And he gives him a hug, and he's like crying.
Yeah, he hugs you back.
And he gives him his braid of hair. Like this is, and passes it over to him.
You're choosing your own path now.
Well, I made it here. I gotta keep going.
Just make sure that you understand you can always come back.
I'm gonna come back. I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna fix our home.
Just be careful.
So don't...
It's a dangerous world.
Go in dangerous portals. Okay?
I suspect that that path, while viable, eventually will not be viable for some time.
No.
It's
something
we have to consider as things get thinner. But for now,
it's gonna get
this will work.
fixed. I get really awesome friends, and they're really smart, and they're really savvy, and if you see them in action,
It's fine.
you would know that they can do great things. So just believe in them, okay? Believe in me. We're gonna fix this.
Believe in you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm coming here with that emotional shit.
It's not quite about fixing it. It's about the situation that we're in not being good enough, even if it's fixed. But we have time to consider that.
Well, we've got at least to stabilize it. And if the ideas that are shared up there go well, potentially it'll be better in general with the power of Celine Dion.
Are you saying that in character?
He does say it. He's like, with the power of Celine Dion.
Okay, hold on. Okay, from
If
the
he
back
listens to
row, you
Celine
hear the
Dion,
turtle go, right?
I knew Tortle would.
Peak D&D.
If Kilthak knows who Celine Dion is, I'm just gonna throw my table right
No,
now.
he doesn't, but
Oh, thank Jesus.
Sordal does because he
Yeah,
listens to
that's
music.
right, Sordal. You know what I'm talking about. But also look seriously dead in the eyes. Apparently, she's a half-orc bard, and if she could do what Penelope does, do you know how much mystery there would be? Imagine like them doing music together. I heard she's a hit sensation. I don't quite know what that means, but it means a lot apparently.
Nina rolls her eyes at this, but does not correct you.
Penelope kind of sidles up to Iden.
Oh, I was just talking about. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
I was gonna say, what you talking about?
You and Miss Celine Dion.
Oh, what? What about Miss Celine Dion?
Well, you told me about her, and I think, I brought up Nathaniel. If, you need magic spread around, some mystery. What's a better way than, come on, Penelope, think about it. More like magical bards like you singing pop music?
Did did you did you tell Nathaniel to talk to Celine Dion?
I mean, I put her name out there.
She's she's super busy. I don't know that she's gonna be able to really help
It's
with.
not just about her, but I mean, Penelope, imagine, I don't know, what you and Johnny did. But doing that again with more and, having these cool shows and bringing them around.
You got to be more specific.
Like if you and Johnny had matching outfits again, but, I don't know, more than just you and Johnny, not that I don't know, but, I'm trying to get him to explain pop idols without knowing what pop idols are, okay? Like, he's just
Oh
like,
no, it was more specific about like what you and Johnny did.
"Oh, no," so when you and Johnny had that one show with the big lights and they had
Oh,
the
the Bard battle.
yeah, but, except there's multiples of you, and you can do that all over. And
Oh,
you all have, cool
like a
matching outfits.
jousting.
Yeah, yeah, but you're all phantasmals.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Wouldn't it? I feel like that'd do great. I feel like you'd be the perfect person for that.
The irony is, I don't know a lot of phantasmals who are pop singers. They're in. Uh,
Looks over at Nina. Nina.
Nina does not have
Why are you looking at me?
the look.
Does Nina know how to sing?
Does she know how to sing?
Yeah, just that's something she knows how to do. Would I didn't know that?
Let me look at her skill set and find out.
You're like, hey, Nina, want to join?
That's not a thing that
pop
comes
girl?
up regularly. Hold
That's
on.
fucking right.
Let me see.
I mean, I know they used to do some songs together, but I don't know if that's actually a stat she has. Feel like time to rope in his sister into a girl group.
It's fine.
I can sing, but I'm not a professional.
I mean, we can hold auditions.
That sounds fancy.
Why are you trying to make a pop band?
Yeah,
For a
why
mystery.
Well,
I mean, also, doesn't it mean you can just spread more of your message?
You realize that I would be gone for most of the year, right?
that's what tends to happen, Aiden.
Oh. Well, okay, that is a problem.
That's like when you're in the music industry, you go on tour a lot and you're just not you're gone most of the year.
Wait,
Before,
well, how are you here?
I mean, I just got off of tour.
Oh.
Like when I met Annis like a few weeks ago, I had literally just finished my tour. I had been gone on the road for 6 months.
That's a long while.
Yeah. I was touring on my birthday last year.
Wait, when's your birthday?
It's in October.
What month is it now?
It's
To the
April.
calendar.
It's April.
Oh no. I'll be ready for when your birthday comes up again.
I mean, Vivi's birthday is coming up soon.
When is Vivi's birthday?
I know I wrote it down. It's in April.
Is it where this red dot is? Because there's some red dots on this thing.
No, it's not on there.
I think that's the moon
Hold
or
on.
something.
Hold on. I
Oh,
know
okay.
I wrote it down.
This is vital. This is very vital information.
Yeah, the red dots are when the full moons are.
Oh, well, that's also good to know.
It's relevant for some things. They're also when there are like notes, but we've kind of done a bad job of keeping up with those since so much has happened. I'll have to do an update on that. I'll do that when I make the next overall recap, since we should have one of those coming up soon anyway.
Yeah.
Vivi,
I hear that.
okay. Vivi's birthday is April 12th.
Oh shit! It's in 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He just looks at you, panicked. It's like, I gotta figure out something quick.
Okay, you'll have a few months to.
Yeah, I honestly, don't stress yourself out about it too much because it's gonna be hard to top the last birthday gift I gave Vivi. So
What did you give her?
I'm not telling you.
Shoot.
What?
What? I'll think of
What?
something. I got it.
I can't give away all my secrets.
It's okay. I got tricks up my sleeve too, but also, he just turns back to them. I love all of you. Please don't go through any holes. We're gonna take care of this. I love you. I love you. He usually smushes her face.
Yeah, she hugs you back.
Aw. I'll see you at dinner, maybe. There's gonna be
Stay
a
safe.
fun show. Wink.
She looks a little concerned. But yeah, just for reference, because I pulled up the sheet since you asked, her score for performance is rolled at plus 11, so she can sing.
Just is eyeing her for later. You should do the audition.
I was surprised at how big that bonus was, but it's the consequence of stats, so here we are.
Where's Penelope?
Penelope's gone back over to where like Annis and Derek and Johnny are.
There she is.
Oh man, her
and it's
performance
just
is higher than Penelope's.
Holy
What the
shit!
fuck? Now I have to kill Nina.
No! Not my sister!
Yeah, it's higher than Penelope's.
No.
She's like, I'm not a professional. Humble as fuck. Nina's like, I ain't gonna let them know. Ain't gonna rope me into shit.
But yeah, no, Penelope gets back up to where like Johnny and Annis and Derek are. I assume you guys have like moved from this point.
Sure.
But like she catches up with them and it's like, so hey, Annis, Johnny, how do you guys feel about making a phantasmal pop idol group?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I can play a few instruments. You don't grow up where I did with who I have as parents and not learn.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
you don't have to if you don't want to. Johnny,
Yeah.
do you want to be a duet?
I mean, sure. I guess that's unexpected based on everything that you were just talking about, but okay.
performance is a charisma-based skill, and I have a +0 in charisma.
That's a really weird way to talk about charisma there.
I only have a 10.
10 in what?
In charisma.
What does that mean?
I think she's speaking in code.
Yeah. Oh god, she's speaking in tongues. Ah.
I think that's Elvish.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I don't know Elvish.
I don't either.
Yeah, let me roll performance for you right now.
Okay. Oh, are you gonna sing for me?
It's an 11.
Are you singing?
Bad.
Ah!
Just go Agretzko on us.
Annis, I appreciate the time you took to audition. I'll have my people call your people.
So
In her
Jameson is gonna
defense,
tell me?
druids are not known for their metal.
It's or their metal.
Yeah.
Get out. Get out right now.
Hey, I'm a bard. That's my shtick. Bitch. I don't know, Johnny. Do you want to audition?
Maybe not right here, but sure.
Derek, do you want in on our girl group?
Fuck yeah.
Looks at
We can-
Derek's stats.
Like-
Wouldn't we need to put him in a girl's outfit?
Did I
Like-
study?
That's
like-
fair.
The girls and Derek.
No. He's gonna be a girl for this.
Oh, is he
one.
doing his audition right here?
He moonwalks on the grass.
Oh, Derek.
Oh.
All right.
Shit, that's okay.
You can be a backup dancer.
I'm not sure that this is my heroic calling, but I am open to opportunities.
Aiden,
Uh-huh.
do you want in on this group?
I mean, I was gonna go with a more forward approach, but I don't see why I can't hop in on the side with you every now and then.
What?
Like, you know, gonna go. Oh, yeah, let me do where's my performance? I guess I will. I need that harp. It's back at Annis's place. Her dad's harp. It's kind of weird without it.
It's okay. Well, it's like I told Annis. I'll have my people call your people.
Okay.
I'll have Jameson call Kilthak.
Okay.
I don't think Kilpack has a phone.
He will
Nope.
now.
Oh, I was gonna say Nina totally needs a phone. I told her about it.
I'm not buying Nina a phone
But how does one acquire a phone?
with money.
I don't have that.
Nope.
I gotta go figure out how to get money.
Woo!
It's an important life skill if you can figure it out.
What just happened?
I dropped something.
Oh, no.
It's all good. Yeah. So yeah.
So you guys going off to the cabin now?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Goodbye, beach. Goodbye, Montgomery.
Goodbye, friend.
You know what, Penelope? Why don't you ask Montgomery to be in the girl band?
Because I don't want Montgomery to outshine me.
Spoken like a true bard.
All I can think about is Lady Beard when I look at Montgomery.
No.
Ladybeard is a special creature. He's so happy, though.
It is.
All right, let's pop up that cabin.
Whee!
That long neglected map. Let's see here. Gonna start dragging people to it.
Dragon people.
Dragon people.
Ah!
Rawr.
Not dragon people.
What's wrong with dragon people?
Nothing's wrong with dragons.
They're good people.
They're okay, I guess.
You get along well with them. You know, like 3.
Yeah, which is 3 more than most people.
It's true.
Alrighty. Move on over to the new map. Goodbye, old map. You're dead to me.
Ah.
And a token. Oh, slow loading tokens. The dramatic squeaking of a dog in the background.
Hi, puppy.
She is communicating entirely through squeaks now.
Oh no.
That's okay. She's being good.
Aww.
Shelly, do you hear the dog? Oh no, I see what you want. You can't have this. This is not for you. That is not Shelly. You can sniff.
Shelly, I understand.
So much drama. There we go. All right, cool. The map has now been set to its appropriate state for all of you. So, and share the map.
It's a map.
And as usual, reset ability for people to see the map.
The last time we were on this map, I cussed out Scribe.
Yeah.
Good times. But yeah, you are on the map.
I'm gonna knock on the door and go in.
Hemlock would have come with us, but you don't have to drag him over.
Oh, fair enough. I'll drag him over
And if
anyway,
most
because
of
I
you
have
know,
a
I'm
shortcut
going
for
in-
adding hemlock to maps.
Knock, knock, knock. Grandpap, it's us. We're coming in. Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, as you come in, you observe Grandpap with a giant magic circle.
Just walking in before they can see everybody. Hope everybody has their shirts on.
Gross.
Don't be nasty. Yeah, you see Grandpap is standing there with a big, not quite druidic magecraft circle in front of him, and he is casting some kind of spell, and there's a bunch of little things in the circle that you can't quite see from where you are. And Lucretia's just watching.
Here, I want to get a good view on this. Hold up. He's gonna scoot around the table. His big old booty.
With all the stealth of a horse.
Oh yeah, he is not stealthing at all. He's like cluttering into that bench, trying to keep the grapes on the table. Don't mind him.
Nope, he's just gonna sit on this bench right here.
I
Is
wanna
that a
see.
bench?
Oh, looks like a bench.
I think those were like bookshelves.
Oh,
Yeah, those are bookcases.
oh.
Look, I won't stop her from sitting on that.
Let's sit on the couch.
Sitting on the couch next to the spale. Yep,
Wow.
he's casting something.
Can I try to see if I figure out what he's casting?
You can roll Arcana to try to see what he's doing.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You're good at those
Yeah.
for reasons.
I don't know why. That class.
Those are your good
man.
rolls.
That one class.
Penelope, please. She don't know shit.
Nope.
Well, I guess I should probably also try and figure out what it is.
I like how you have proficiency in this shit.
Me?
How? Come on, guys.
It's a bard thing.
I know.
Bards are half proficient in everything.
I know, but I'm just like, y'all, he's supposed to be dumb.
He's very selective in when he rolls those high rolls, and it's usually on the wrong rolls.
It's always the wrong rolls. All right, what do his one class with El-Melloi teach him now?
This is actually relevant to that one class.
Oh shit!
Remember all those big things that were up on the board?
Oh, when he started like, tracing stuff over.
Yeah, well, he did a bunch of stuff. So you remember him showing the branching timeline type stuff that explains pruning theory and all that. But also on the board, there were things related to the situation in Fuki and some of the stuff that led to that. And this big sigil is similar to one of those. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. You have no idea what it does, but it looks familiar to you. And you know it's not druidic. You also know that he's casting it right now, so this is not the best time to ask questions.
Nope, but he is gonna stare at it. He's getting a closer look.
Yeah.
He's quietly.
That is the sound of spellcasting, obviously. It is not at all a puppy with a squeaky toy who is having an amazing time casting her own spells.
I'm gonna cast a very serious spell.
Yeah, it's like a little rainbow animal. Cute. She's having fun, though. She's happy puppy.
Yeah, happy puppy.
She apparently really likes Arcana.
Hell yeah.
She's rolling really high on that. She's just rolled a nat 20.
Puppies have high charisma scores.
Oh, it's true.
She knows exactly what this spell is. She's the one who wrote it, actually.
Quite possibly. It is the old magic. known to the doggos. Yeah, she's a cute baby. Anyway, so yeah, he's casting a spell. That said, from getting closer, like I mentioned before, so this is a spell that has a number of items in the middle of it in that central pentagon. And so actually, I say pentagon. Realistically, I don't have an icon for it, but this is a 7-pointed star, not a 5. So I guess it's a septagon in the middle.
A septagram?
Maybe? 7-sided shape?
A 7-sided shape would be a septagon. A 7-sided star would be a septagram.
Yeah, I'm talking about the inside of it. Like the septagram is the star, but its center is a septagon. So that's where the stuff is. Yeah. Geometry.
Yeah, geometry.
Shapes.
Yeah. So, yep, 7-sided shape in the middle. There are a number of very, very tiny, like maybe an inch long pieces of metal. You think it's metal? It's hard to tell. They're glowing. Sitting in the middle of that.
Keeping note of this.
And he's speaking in a language that you don't know.
Is it Elvish?
No.
Huh.
Penelope can recognize this language. She doesn't speak it, but she recognizes it. This is the language that is often used in arcane spellcasting. So.
Yes, French.
Of course, arcane French, naturally. You pull out your dictionary and you look up what he's saying.
Oui, baguette. It's just the tiny squeak in the distance.
That's part of the fun.
He's speaking the arcane language. Squeak.
Squeak, squeak goes ancient sigils of Solomon. As you do. But as he does it, He seems to complete the casting, and the glowing things in the center, they fade to a reddish color. They look like they're not actually metal so much as some kind of superheated stone or maybe pottery. It's kind of hard to tell. But as soon as the spell is over, she swoops in with a jar and very carefully scoops them up wearing gloves. And they file into the little jar.
Those the metal pieces?
The things that looked like they were metal at first, but turns out they're probably not metal. They just are now slightly glowing red, though.
Ah.
And with that, the circle fades away.
So, what just happened?
I appreciate your assistance here, Alder. I'll not bother you any further, per the agreement that we made. Good, I'd rather not have to do anything like that again. And she takes the jar and she puts it... essentially, she does the anime thing where she puts it behind her back and it just disappears. It's Hammer Space kind of stuff. Yep, that's going to keep happening. It's more fun that way, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she does that, and he says to her and the lot of you then, having taken care of that, I think it would be probably best if you moved on. I don't really want those in my home. That's fair.
What
I
are
don't
they?
blame you. They...
What is it?
One second. I'm going to calm this puppy down.
Charlie, are you mad that I didn't give you any of that? Just the gentle.
They are the remnants of the... They're the remnants of the third Holy Grail.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
And they're
Oh,
going to be
no.
our key to making this work.
Oh. What are they gonna do?
Well, they're going to be what gives us command spells.
Oh.
They're going to identify masters. There should be 21 in total, so it all adds up.
Oh, yeah. I guess everybody gets 3? If I'm
That's
doing
how it
my
works.
math right? Okay. Are they dangerous? Or not the spells, but like, are the little shards dangerous?
They're dangerous insofar as whoever they touch will qualify as a master.
Ugh.
So I'd just as soon hang on to them carefully until we've identified who will fill those roles.
That's fair.
Well, I appreciate your assistance. I will be moving along now. I trust your leadership have much to consider on their own, and that we've told them what we can.
Where are you heading now?
I will probably be going back to Clock Tower to look into some of these recent developments and get a better sense of what's going on that end, as they will be required to send 2 representatives, and I'm going to make sure that I'm one of them.
Okay.
Separate to that, I believe I'll be making a stop by Germany to extend an invitation to the Einsburns. And I feel I will also go by the Edelfelt, as they are one of the founding families by extension, so they should fulfill the requirement of the Tosaka. And someone from this village, whether they like it or not, are the closest tie we have to the Makiri.
Just feel eyes on you. Staring her down.
Makiri.
The one who provided the command spells originally.
Oh. Is it anyone specific, or is it just someone from this village?
I believe it would have to be someone with some ties to it, which would, under normal circumstances, be him, Tilterhead at Alder. But he's expressed no interest in participating, so it will go to whoever inherits it from that direction.
Wait, so it could possibly be Annis?
If she were interested.
Are you?
I can't say that I'm not.
It's something to sleep on. It'll be some time before we can get the ritual in place. I've still also got to investigate that wellspring situation, although, like, candidly, I will probably wait for someone else to clear the way, as I think you can understand how dangerous it would be should I encounter that creature.
Right.
I don't think anyone wants that.
No.
But I'll be in touch if any of you would like to volunteer your efforts to assist me, or, I suppose, if you choose to, oppose me in this endeavor. At the very least, alliances could be made.
Before you head out, can I talk to you outside?
Certainly.
Just gonna. Oh, hi, Hemlock. Wow, Hemlock is very active today, damn.
Wow, yeah. I had no idea he could make that kind of noise. I just thought he went, woo!
Like the little crow just coming. Woo!
Popping up and about.
So I have a couple of questions.
Those are the questions.
Those are my questions. Thank you.
Clearly, the time of high drama is nigh.
So I know we talked about this before, but if I did want to help you out with this, I've still got to check in with Vivian.
Understandable. She has her own goals that I believe we could be in alignment for, but I'm not going to presume to understand the goals of the Fae.
Yeah, that, and also, like, no offense, but she kind of takes priority for me.
That's understandable, given what I assume is the nature of your relationship.
What? Can you tell me what exactly you would have me doing?
In the event of a Grail War, the objective will be for, ideally, someone whose wish is compatible with a positive future for phantasmal species and the Earth at large, coming out on top in the end. That's not just going to entail defeating enemies, but everything from information gathering to alliance forging. It will be an entire campaign. Based on what you did back in France, I assume that you're capable of a wide variety of diplomatic and information gathering objectives, if that's something you would prefer to do, as opposed to the dirtier aspects of the actual battles, which presumably would be better fought by servants than any of us anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, let me check in with her, and then I'll let you know.
Of course, we should have some amount of time before things are ready. The Revelation of Dream's End will certainly help alleviate my concerns of this taking place somewhere that can't support the mana needs, but it also facilitates needing to prepare ourselves for a completely unknown environment.
True.
A bit harder to plan ahead on that.
Oh, excuse me.
Though in some ways I think it might actually work to our advantage, as other participants from Clock Tower and other older organizations may have an unfair advantage anywhere that we could place where they've had a history.
Mm-hmm. And if I do help, huh?
No, go ahead.
If I do help you, can you promise that you'll do everything you can to help me help her? And she gestures basically in Johnny's direction, but not like pointing directly at Johnny.
Are you looking to get her contract overwritten?
I want her out of the contract she's in. I mean, she wants out too, but I don't want to sign her up for anything she's not gonna agree with, but I want help getting her out of what she's in.
If you would like, I can meet with her patron and we can negotiate a transfer of sorts, which would obviously rely on learning what he wants and providing that. But he's nothing if not a gambler and a businessman, so we could probably come to terms with something he considers of equal value and perform some kind of trade, or we could take a risk. But there are ways out. There have always been ways out. It's just a matter of your risk tolerance. And I can help you with that.
Okay. Because that's definitely also going to factor into whether or not I help out. On a less serious note, what's your clock tower name?
My clock tower name?
Yeah.
It's Lucretia.
Lucretia what?
I kind of go for the one name thing. It seems to go well there.
If I've already asked this, I feel dumb. But do you know Hither Saxcoat?
She puts her hand out about 3.5 feet off the ground. This one?
Yeah.
I've seen her a time or two.
You should talk to her and tell her that Jan said hello.
I will do so.
And then yeah, she might also be helpful, and she might also be pretty helpful with the whole situation.
It's quite the endorsement.
Hmm?
That's quite the endorsement from you. I'll bring that up with her.
Yeah, I would trust her with my life, and I have before, so.
She's certainly done a very good job of learning a great deal in a short amount of time. I'm sure she would be quite capable.
Yeah.
That said, if your other friend in there does decide to enter this, I trust we could work out some sort of agreement.
I mean, yeah, of course.
I would rather have allies than enemies where possible.
I mean, and right now you have an ally, so you have a few.
It's good to hear.
Hey, Ernest.
I'll be in touch.
Very good.
Like, while they're talking, I had a quote. I was like, Annis, I need your opinion really quick while they're talking. No! No!
Well, that can be concurrent to while that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Hey, like, see all that homework I have? Pulls out the scroll.
Yes.
Do you think, like, Alder or that lady would be a good helper? I don't know these ruins, and you got one of them, right?
I think Lucretia is probably the most likely to be able to read that.
Talking to
Although
Penelope right now.
maybe Scribe, maybe. Now that you seem to be,
Turned over a new leaf.
yeah.
Shit, I wonder how long they're gonna be out there for. Okay, whatever. I'll come back and I'll ask you too, but just like homework. He runs out there. He also No, you said this was concurrent.
It was, and they got to finish their conversation before you finished yours.
I literally just started it.
Well, you didn't interrupt them because their whole thing had to happen before you could break out. Otherwise, you create a time paradox.
Talking. You guys were talking. I can't interrupt you talking. No. All right. Which way did she go?
Why did
You don't
I
know?
just run out the door?
Are you interrogating Hemlock?
I am. Hemlock, which way did she go?
Hemlock makes bird noises at you.
I'm gonna use my handle animal to decipher some wing points. 14 redirections from bird.
Hemlock gives you the bird equivalent of the shrug emoji.
Yeah, fuck. She's a gone. We only talked for like 2 seconds. Anna, she's a time teleporter.
Yeah, you opened the door as Penelope was coming back in.
I mean, she is a dead fossil, so.
Penelope, does she have a place here?
In Sherwood?
For the stay of the rest of the meeting? God, fuck!
No, she's gone.
No!
Oh, there he goes.
No! And he just starts yodeling it into the sky. Homework in hand.
Is he gonna be okay?
I doubt it,
Look.
but I don't think he was okay in the first place.
Oh no.
The homework is the one thing I have had the shittiest rolls on, and I know it's gonna happen. Lessons? Sure. This homework? No. Alder!
Why are you
Alder!
making so much noise in my home?
Alder, do you know how to read ruins?
Ruins?
Ruins, yeah. It's like, please, please. He just spreads it out onto the table. I need help. I've got homework.
He takes a look at this thing that you rolled out in front of him.
I also have to make my roll for the day too.
Go ahead and make your roll.
It's always the fucking homework.
He takes a look at it and he stares back. Where the hell did you get this?
Well, you see, there was a really nice dead apostle man.
All right, you know what? He rolls it back up. He hands it to you. Like, okay, you've got to go. I have enough of that in my house today.
I can't remember his name out of character.
It's Selrich.
Selrich?
Yeah.
With a C?
With
With a Z.
Oh, Zelrich.
Like
Oh.
Zed. Yeah.
Do you know of a Zelrich?
Oh, you've got to go. I don't want to deal with him either.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he gave me homework.
You
I
be
don't
careful
know
with
what it
that. It'll
means.
drive you crazy.
It already is driving me crazy. I can't read it.
Maybe Scribe.
Yeah. Time to go talk to Scribe. Maybe he will know. Well, does anyone want to join me as I lose my head over this piece of paper?
No,
You know-
not really. No.
Oh, Aiden, can I take a look at it?
Yeah.
All right. What do I need to roll?
Arcana.
All right.
I was like, cause you and Annis and Penelope are the ones that found out that one rune on it, like the horse one, I think. You saw it at the party.
Oh, that was almost a 20, but
Oh! Oh!
sorry, Shelly.
Okay. All right, let's pick a halfling language to type this in.
Let me suggest halfling.
That seems like the right one.
Halfling.
you could probably, like, if there's a difference between the two, you could probably put. Yeah, actually, you know what? You could either do Lightfoot halfling or Stout halfling. Take your pick.
Choices.
Woo!
Fancy. The class is finally kicking in for you. Like, it's only with this.
Well, I
Every
mean,
20 gets us one rune closer to finishing the home.
God, he's losing his mind over this thing.
to be fair, most of that class, Penelope was being like, "Hey,
Texting.
Vivi."
Yeah.
what-
It's like, we're her and Vivi texting.
Basically. Yeah, no, like a good early 2000s person. Oh, is that the only thing I find out?
That's the most pressing thing. I'm going to give you another thing.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh, I like he says the most pressing. Is slightly concerning. Any more things about
So-
horses in there?
Okay, this. Alright, so she points to the horse rune.
Yeah.
Okay, you see the horse rune. Do you see this one over here that's kind of close to it?
Yeah.
This one says transmutation.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Oh, and then this over here. This has something to do with the illusion school.
So it's horse illusions?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's like. I don't know if that is horse illusions, but maybe like either maybe turning into a horse or turning into a not horse, or maybe this is a transmutation spell to transform a horse into something else, or like I don't fully know, but that's.
But if it's illusions and transmutations, I mean, Vivi would know more.
Maybe, like, I mean,
Isn't that her whole thing?
well, like, she's more of a lore bard. I'm a little more proficient in illusions, I think.
Oh.
I'm pulling up my notes, because I'm like, wait a minute.
You got
Did I
more
just have
text.
to- Hold on. Oh, okay, so I would be careful with this too, though. There's like, it's almost like a warning label.
Wow.
I think that says bisect, like cut in half.
Oh.
It's the warning
Something-
to not take the tag off of the mattress.
Yeah, maybe it's the warning to not take the tag off of the mattress.
not like illusion of horse getting cut in half, because that's kind of alarming.
yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, no. Well,
Okay.
well. Although, yeah, you might want to talk to Vivi again about this too, because like we're both really good at illusions, but like she's really good at illusions.
I say she turned people into a cow
And, like she's
and me into a person.
like
Except that was more of a transformation. Not really
if
an illusion.
I don't know. I'm
That was
not
really
100.
helpful, though. You're amazing, Penelope. We got more info out of this. And now I
I
know
mean,
to read
yeah,
the warning label.
that's like Arcana's my jam.
Yeah, and I am thankful because it hurts. It hurts to read.
Um, like I can try again later if you want, but I think Vivi might have more knowledge. I don't know, Annis, have you looked at this thing
I don't understand it.
yet? Gotcha.
Annis
It
and
was
I got the
something that
same
I couldn't
score.
read.
I don't know. Johnny, have you looked at it yet?
Honestly, I don't think I would be properly equipped to read that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's all I got.
You. Look, it was more productive than I did. He just tucks it away and puts it back.
Hey, I had a very good teacher. She beat it into me, not literally, because that would be bad. But you gotta know how to have. You gotta know how to read this shit if you're gonna do arcane shit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Did give him an excuse to see Vivi.
I mean, I will take every excuse to Vivi.
True facts.
Well, I have a feeling that your grandpaps doesn't want us lurking around here.
Probably not.
He's kind of giving us the dagger look. If he could shoot daggers out of his eyes, he probably would right now.
We probably shouldn't.
I can, just to clarify, and I've chosen
What?
not to.
Cute.
You know what? I'm calling shenanigans.
Okay. All right, hold on.
No.
Penelope, what's your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
12.
Okay, cool. He projects daggers from in front of his eyes, and they fly out and hit the table between you and Johnny.
We should leave.
Have
Yeah.
a good day.
I kind of like having all of my limbs. Goodbye, sir. Sorry to bother you. I will never darken your doorstep again.
We'll catch up later.
Have a good rest.
I'm running as fast as my tiny legs can take me.
As you're leaving, he shouts over to Aiden. Try not to cut yourself in half with that paper.
Yeah, I rolled it back up. Taking the wording very seriously.
I'll just shut the door on the way out.
Making my way outside, walking fast, trying not to get stabbed.
At which point, he goes and takes a nap. It's been a long few days.
I can't.
Like, keep in mind, he had to teleport to Germany and back this morning.
It's true. He's tired. And he was sick. And he had to get
He'd been through a lot.
So, now that I have royally pissed off your grandfather,
He's fine.
He's just cranky.
He would have hit you if he was actually mad at you. With the daggers, probably.
Where do we want to go from here?
That's an excellent question that I don't know the answer to.
Cool.
If you would like to think about that until the next session, you can. Just let me know so I preload the right maps. Because this is as good a pausing time as we're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, you learned
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
running
get
over
cut
to
in
Donnie
half.
like, ugh. I almost died.
Now the real
I'm very
question
angry.
is, do I have a picture handy?
I can't find him in the images.
Who?
You would think C would be at the end.
Uh,
No wretch?
it would depend
Where
on
is
what
he?
name I put him in under.
Ah, shit.
Kazoo.
Yeah, it starts with a K because Zelrush is his middle name.
Oh, I can alphabet.
There you go.
Oh.
Kaleidoscope C.
Dill.
Yeah, it's the Kaleidoscope C. It's the best picture of him because most of them are from Tsukihime and thus suck.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess I could take the shadowy picture of him from Prismalia, but I'm not, so.
No.
Wait,
What?
did you say DILF?
Yeah.
That'd be more like a gilf.
Yeah, Gil.
He's like 5,000 years old.
Gilf.
Ew. Ew.
Look, he's got a shiny rainbow on him.
Ew.
He killed the moon.
As you do. You know,
Look, sometimes you just, you
dead
know.
apostle things.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you just gotta kill the moon.
It knows what it did.
Let me kick its fucking ass. Go
Look,
show
look.
what
If the
I
man
can
that
do.
killed the moon believes in me, then you know what? I'm having a great day.
Fair enough.
That's a confidence booster right there.
Look, in his defense, the moon was trying to kill us.
Well, yeah, he did a great job.
That's how he became a dead apostle.
Oh no.
The moon bit him. I'm not
Oh.
making this up. It's dumb.
It's a weremoon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm fucking
wait.
done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
Like, that actually is what happened.
Gotta love tight moon and
Oh.
stuff and Tsukihime.
Ooh.
Gotta love it.
There's a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, there's one last picture I want to show.
Yeah.
And then we can be done. I just have to find it because I don't remember which folder I put it in.
In the meantime.
There it is.
Ah.
Copy. And we're going to go paste.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay. Pop up the asset folder. Gonna share a brand new picture.
Ooh. New pictures. I like pictures. Give me all your pictures.
Congratulations. You now know what that is in the middle.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now you know what the whole thing means. It only took forever.
It only took 60 something, 63?
I think.
Hey.
I think we're on 63. Yeah,
Yeah.
63.
Took a while.
sessions.
But there you go. You finally have context for this thing from forever ago. We did it.
It took 63 sessions, and we're still not at the Grail War.
That's not as surprising. But yeah, so
But we now have a horseman, and a bird, and a ninja man, and a tiefling.
yeah, the next recap is going to be a lot of words.
Oh god.
But yep, we're almost there. So you can start planning on how you actually want to do this thing, meta or otherwise.
Lord. say most of what I have on my to-do list now, I have to wait until after we're out of Sherwood now.
I mean, you're not going to be here too much longer. That's up to you, really. Like, you don't have any looming timelines yet.
The important thing is episode 69 has to be the beach episode.
I mean, that's up to you.
The non-canon Omake beach episode.
I mean, we could make that happen.
Or maybe the actually canon, I don't know.
The actually canon beach episode where we take beach to the beach.
Beach to the beach, yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Beach at the beach. Anis will become a crocodile once more. For
On
no
the beach?
reason. Yes.
That's not a good place for those.
The sand. It's fine. Saltwater crocodile. Those exist.
But yeah, so there you have it. You've got a week to think about what you want to do next. Let me know with enough notice that I can pull up the right maps just so we don't have to fidget around, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, well, we can discuss it in the group chat.
Yeah.
As we do.
Yum, yum.
Hooray.
Woo!
Well, good game, everybody, and good night.
Good night, Internet.
Good night.